ask you.
Okay.
You're back in your world of the asphalt, the NASCAR scene, and how are things going with the kid?
Going good. We're flying out tomorrow for New Smyrna Beach in Florida for a K&N East race, their season opener. Going to run the McAnally car and see how it goes. Hopefully everything goes good.
Fantastic. So you guys have hooked up with McAnally out of California, the team based out of Colorado, right? And you guys are using McAnally cars?
Right. They're bringing the car down there for us, and we've already had Cody fitted for the seat and stuff, and he's basically going to show up, and our crew's going to show up, and everything's there, and we just got to go race and maintain the car at the track.
Cool.
So it's going to be a typical race day, except for everything's already there and in theory ready to go.
Fantastic. So the team that you guys are putting together, really, I mean, it sounds like you've got some decent financial backing now. Still looking for sponsors for the 18 season, but who you guys have in crew chief with Jason Dickinson, a former employee of Richard Childress Racing back there with, obviously the legendary Earnhardt name that was there for so long. Jason, the way I understand it, he's the crew chief, and you're kind of helping out as a car chief. Is that the way it's kind of working?
I don't know if I'd call myself a car chief or not. I'm basically Jason's right-hand man. Him and we got a shop here in Tucson, and Jason directs me on what to do, and he's a plethora of knowledge on these race cars. Him and his dad both, man, they know so much, and I wish I would have retained all the stuff I learned years ago from these guys, but I don't know. I just bang on them and do what they asked me to do. Try to.
Well, I've spent enough time.
I can,
I've spent enough time around you to know quite a bit about that stuff, and I think you're gonna be all right. But now this Cody Vanderwall, the kid you have in the cockpit, he's just turned 17, finished 9th in points last year.
Hey, Corey, hold on one second here. Let me get them on the line as well so they can hear all this we're talking about.
Sure, absolutely.
Cody. Yeah, let me see if I can figure this out how to do it.
Where did merge go?
I don't know. I used to have a merge. Okay, Rudy and Cody, you there?
Yeah.
All right.
They're loud and clear.
We're right in the middle of this. I'm going to let Corey lead and direct his questions to whoever you'd like to answer or whatever.
Well,
okay, Corey, go ahead.
Let's go ahead and start with Rudy. Obviously, Cody's dad and kind of the financier of the team. Rudy, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are you, Corey?
We are doing fantastic here in the AMCO Total Car Care studio. Now, you guys are based out of Colorado, right?
That's correct.
And you're going to be racing all over the country this year in the Pro West and Pro East series. Is that what I understand?
Yep. We've committed to doing at least the full Pro series in the West, and we're starting out with one race in the East. Not totally sure yet if we're going to do more than that one race yet or not.
Now, is that you guys are starting at New Smyrna? Is that what I understand?
Yeah, that's the first race of the year. Kind of kicks everything off, so it's going to give us a kind of hopefully a head start for the West they're putting us on a new tire this year on radial tires, so hopefully that's going to give us a jump start there.
Well, that's going to be a lot different feel for you, Cody. Are you there?
Yeah.
Have you had any time on radial tires before?
Yeah. I have not. I've heard from some people they're going to be a lot different, and I've heard from some that they'll be similar. So, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think being it's a new deal for you, you got enough talent underneath you to you'll notice a difference right away. So, what are you most excited about? Running that New Smyrna race, the first race of the year, or running the full K&N West series out here on the West Coast?
Oh, right now I'm definitely focused on New Smyrna, trying to do my best there, and I'm sure I'll be just excited for the West when that comes around, but right now we're focused on New Smyrna.
Now, this is the first time that you're going to be in a McAnally car. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
How did you guys get that connection put together with Bill and Vanderwall Motorsports?
It's Flying Dutchman Motorsports.
Sorry, Flying Dutchman. Okay, all right.
That's right. We met him through the course of the year, racing the West last year, and then just before the Roseville race, Bill was talking about doing the test and invited us to bring our car and go along and do that test with them, and that kind of got us working with them a little bit, and then they let us use some shop time there and some pull down time, and he's just been really gracious to let us glean from some of their knowledge, and he's excited to see. He's told me a couple times he's excited to see what Cody can do in one of his cars. So we know they've got top notch equipment.
You're right. Being connected with McAnally for the Pro West is that's a great career move, and if you guys can keep that connection, which I think Cody will do, given the talent that he has. At 17 years old, this kid is really starting to turn some heads and get some eyeballs focused on him. Is he feeling any pressure?
Not right now at the moment. I mean, I'm sure I'll feel more when it comes close to race time, but we're just kind of having fun with it and see where it goes.
What is your favorite racetrack, Cody?
Kind of hard to say. I haven't been to a whole lot of them, but I spent a lot of time on Colorado National Speedway, so I'm really familiar with that and like racing there. And I've done 2 races now at Kern County Raceway. I really like that track too. It's high speed.
It's a beautiful facility as well. Now, I was talking with Warren, and he said, and I know you didn't have the results that you wanted, but at Meridian over in Idaho, it sounded like you guys had a pretty good thing going there for a while.
Yeah, we had a pretty good race there. We didn't really have all that much short run speed, which we didn't most of the year, but when it ended up towards the end, we were about the same speed as the leaders, and I think we ended up 7th or something there.
That's not a bad run, especially for your first time at that racetrack.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, Corey, this kid can jump in a car at any track that he's never been to, and if you didn't know any better, you'd think he'd been running there for years. He adapts so fast. He's just a great talent.
Cody, what age did your racing career start?
11. On a dirt track in Fort Morgan, Colorado, in the Enduro Series. I turned 12 halfway through the season. But
nice. I'll tell you something right now.
We had to get some people to turn their heads a little bit when he was only 11.
I was gonna ask, but I will tell you something. Here in the studio, when you said you started on a dirt track, all 3 of us had smiles and we're shaking our head up and down. I like to hear that. So a dirt track kid going to the big time. I love hearing that type of story. Right now, who do you have backing you financially, and what can people do to get a hold of you if they want to sponsor your car for the 2018 season?
Well, right now we've got our local sponsors that have kind of been with me throughout my career that have helped us in a lot of ways with materials and Built Right Signs helping out with vinyl and just a lot of things like that. And then last year we had Trident Processes on the hood of our car for quite a bit of the season. But right now we're really looking hard for a good hood sponsor. As you guys well know, every step up takes just that much more.
Yes, sir.
Financing, and so we're covering a lot of it on our own right now, and we've got a lot of opportunities to run more in the East and even to do some ARCA stuff. And if we can get some sponsors on board to partner with that, that's really we've got a great crew chief and Jason Dickinson and some good equipment now, and we just really need some financial help to continue the journey here. But they can find us on Facebook at Flying Dutchman Racing, and that's probably about the easiest way. They can message us there or find contact information there too.
So it's www.flyingdutchmanracing, and they can go ahead and contact you guys as far as what kind of package you guys have available, and hopefully we can help you out and get the word out for you out here, and you can get something on the car.
Yeah, it'd be super. I mean, I think for somebody that wants to be involved in racing, involved in NASCAR, and do it from a ground level, this is a great opportunity. This isn't something a year ago, we didn't even have any idea of doing this. Just kind of something that we fell into through some help with the guys at Tucson Speedway and John Lashley and Brandon Schilling and then with Jason partnering with us. It's just been a fun ride, and I think Cody's got the potential. So we're just excited to see what will happen this season.
Awesome. Well, we want to wish you the best of luck. Before we get off the air, Jason, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
So Rudy just mentioned potential. I want to talk with you. Being at the level that you spent, some time at Richard Childress Racing, you got to the big leagues and spent a lot of time over there. And working with Cody, what are you seeing with him, and what do you expect from your driver this year?
I expect him to really gain some ground on coming back to these tracks for the second, third time at some of them. And we're growing as a team, and our equipment's getting better, and everything's going to get better. The kid's really going to shine if we put the right pieces underneath him and keep continuing like we're doing.
So talking with Warren, he tells me you work pretty close with him one-on-one as far as feedback and talking about race car setup. Like I said, working where you were at, and those guys are, known to be the cream of the crop. Where is Cody at as far as understanding race car setup and the feedback he can give you to make the car better?
He's come a long ways in a short amount of time. He's been with his dad for quite a few years racing, so he already has the grasp of what they're doing, and then just with me being able to help with some of my experiences and some of my mentors that I've had, able to pass that on to him and broaden his vocabulary and stuff on how we can communicate. It's amazing of what you can accomplish and get a car that he has a feel for. And he's learning what he wants in a car. And now we got a tire that he's going to be able, these kids, like Cody and the rest of these kids that run that series, these kids drive these cars 110% nowadays. And now they're giving us a tire that they can lean on and be more secure with. And us as crew chiefs can give them a little more so they can lean on those tires. So it'll be interesting to see what Cody and the rest of these guys will do with this new tire.
Well, it's going to be exciting to follow you guys as you make your way through the 2018 season. Hopefully we get out and see you guys in action when you're out here in the West and have a little fun with you. Joel, you got a smirk on your face. You got a question you want to ask?
Well, I'm just curious, Jason, do we have another Austin or Ty Dillon on our hands in Cody?
We probably
Austin.
Minus the whole hitting everything on the racetrack but the pace truck. I mean, do we have that caliber of talent in Cody coming from the roots in Colorado?
Yeah, Cody, he comes from a great family, man. Their whole family is family oriented and I started out last season with Cody running one race. He was offered to run one race at Tucson for the K&N when it was here, and that led to another race and ended up running the full season. The kid is beyond expectations already. I mean, I say the kid loosely. He doesn't carry himself like a normal 17-year-old. He carries himself very professionally, and not because I'm partial to being on his team. I just feel he's really going to go places.
Well, Warren's been around the game long enough to recognize talent, and he has done nothing but talk him up when here in the studio and when he was out here visiting. We want to wish you guys all the best of luck, Cody. We hope to see you make leaps and bounds this year, and we're going to put it out there that you're looking for sponsorship, and hopefully you can get something on the hood of that car and put yourself a Victory Lane a time or two this year, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, Corey,
Go ahead.
we are going to Vegas, I believe, in August.
Yeah, that's right.
I believe that's at the dirt track.
Yeah.
They're going to race the dirt track in August. That's true. I did hear that, and we might have to go down and check that out. That might be an interesting situation to handle. But
Book me a ticket. I'm in.
Absolutely. If we can make it down there, you guys, we'll make it down there, and we'll hang out and have a good time.
Well, hey, Cody, you got to get a hold of the media director there at LVM.
Yeah, we tried that once. It didn't work out real well for us.
Yeah.
He kind of got us in a little bit of trouble, but we'll make